What's going on, everyone? This fight works with Kevin Shells. I'm Shells.
Kev, 8Count Sports, man. 8countsports.com. What's going on, bro?
Great, bro. How you doing?
Doing good. One day at a time. What you got for us? What you got for us this weekend, man?
And this weekend, UFC 317. This is being headlined by one of the most electrifying fighters in the UFC, the Legend Slayer himself, Topuria. He moved up a weight class to the lightweight division to take on the number one contender, Oliveira.
Legend in his own right.
Legend in his own right. We got to see what's gonna happen. He was actually, this guy is so electrifying that the fight that he was supposed to have, or not supposed to, but the fight that we was salivating to see was him versus Islam Makhachev, who himself went up a weight class to the welterweight division, so he could go for the goal up there. So now we got Elite versus Charles Oliveira. It seems like it's about to be the champion bout to see who's gonna walk away with this belt, man. What are your thoughts on it, Kev?
I think it's an excellent fight. It's a fight that, you brought up prior. I'm not gonna say you called for, but it's a fight that you had brought up earlier. When we were talking about Topuria moved up in weight, and the buzz in the room was him fighting Islam. I remember you brought up the other guys in the division that he could fight as well. And Oliveira seemed like, I think we all nodded on the Oliveira saying, yeah, that would be a goodie. And here we have it.
We got a good one. Like I said before, this is the Legend Slayer. Like you pointed out, Charles Oliveira himself is a legend. He's the guy that we credit with saving the lightweight division when Khabib left it, and no one knew who. It was such a, all the top contenders at the time was beaten by Khabib, so it would have been like, even if one of them was named the champ, his shadow would have been over the division. Lo and behold, you got this guy who's been around since the days of Khabib, but he himself was getting his knockouts and like having to reinvent himself as a fighter. By the time Khabib leaves, he shows up as one of the top contenders, comes up with the gold, and we have a legit champ who was able to separate the division from the legacy of Khabib.
Right.
And now he's taking on the newcomer. Well, not a newcomer to the UFC, but a newcomer to the division, and Elite Topuria. This fight's gonna be electrifying. We all know that Topuria knocks out dudes who we're not used to seeing get knocked out. Number one, Max Holloway. This is something we never thought we would see. But we saw Holloway looking at the headlights. We never thought we would see this. Did the same to Alexander Volkanovski, and he's going up against a guy who usually takes damages within the first 2 rounds. What we're about to see right now, Kevin's going to see what's going to happen when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, bro. What's going to give? I think the first 2 rounds of this fight is going to be the most exciting, if it gets past the 2 rounds. We're going to see if Oliveira's chin is really like that, or if Topuria really has that the touch of death in his gloves. How do you see the fight going?
You said something interesting. You said the unstoppable force against the immovable object. I guess the question is Oliveira really immovable? I think
in my analogy, let me tell you right now, in my analogy, I see Oliveira as an unstoppable force. Come on, tell me how much times you knock him down, he keeps coming back. And I see Topuria is an immovable object because he's knocking out dudes who we thought couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, but Oliveira into my prediction, but we've seen Oliveira's beatable. So whether he's unstoppable force or immovable object, whichever one you want to, he's beatable. He lost to Khabib. He lost to Islam, and then he took that loss again to Ormo. So there is a blueprint. There's a way to beat Charles Oliveira. As good as he is, he's all world. Even in the fights that he lost, he's been in trouble. So it's there. It's there. This is going to be a 5-round fight, which is going to be the best man will win. I think when you have 3 rounders, sometimes, guys can kind of ration their energies in certain ways and, put all in. And then you get to the 3rd round and it's like, this guy won this round. And in a 5-round fight, you're getting the best of the best. So this is going to be very telling who the better fighter is. I'm going to go with Topuria. They haven't figured a way out how to beat him. Now he is going up in a bigger weight class, and And Oliveira, presents a lot of challenges, but I think Oliveira's as versatile as Oliveira is, I think what he'll have to do, he'll have to be a bit one-dimensional to deal with Topuria. I don't think standing with Topuria is necessarily a good thing. Oliveira, I've said this to you before. I feel like Oliveira, even though he's dangerous on the feet, I feel like his stand-up defense is questionable. He's been blasted many times before. So we've seen it Chandler, Gaethje. I mean, if you want to say he has a great chin, great. He has a great chin, but this is not. You don't want to. Max Holloway had a great chin. This is not really. This is not a guy for 5 rounds you want to be taking punishment from. I think that's going to make him one-dimensional. I think Topuria is going to make him one-dimensional. And I get the feeling that Topuria is going to be able to handle himself on the ground. He hasn't fought guys that are as talented as Max on the ground. I mean, as talented as Oliveira on the ground. But I just feel that if it gets there, he'll be able to handle himself like he's been able to handle. This is a snowball coming downhill that's a full-blown avalanche. I got to go with Topuria. Oliveira's going to have to show him how to lose. And I don't see that.
What round and how you see it going? It got to be in the early round.
You think it's early? You think that's what you say? I think they'll get into the third round. Third round on punches.
If you would have asked me this question last year, I would definitely said Oliveira. Just off the fact that if you'd have told me that he's gonna that Topuria would knock Oliveira out, and I tell you, are you crazy? Do you know who this guy's become? Like, remember, he didn't lose to Islam via knockout. He lost to him via submission. This man's chin has never given way in his last few fights, especially during his legendary run. I would have lost my house money on Topuria versus Holloway if you'd have told me that Holloway's going to get knocked out. Like, it's something that's unseeable or something that's undoable. If he did it to Holloway, I definitely could see him doing it to Oliveira. And Oliveira is a guy who, one of the reasons why he gets tagged up so early is because Oliveira moves forward. He doesn't back down. Oliveira has so much, when he fights, he has so much confidence in his chin that he walks you down while you're hitting him. Like, he'll take, like, it's as if he acknowledges that I'm gonna take some collateral damage to get the job done. He's gonna put himself in the mix, and he's gonna take some of those burns to get through and fight. And that's why I think the danger's gonna be at, because I don't think he's gonna be able to take those punches from Topuria. I think you gave him a lot of credit by saying he's gonna last to the third round. I'm gonna say first.
First
because
round?
well, I'm gonna tell you why. There's too many times where what happens is Oliveira finds someone to get himself out of the mix in the first round when he always almost loses in the first round. And I think that is only so long you can do that until your luck catches up to you, bro. It's like going in a casino and gambling. You can win almost little bets, but eventually the house is gonna win. The house always wins. I think and Topuria throws the whole kitchen sink at you. I think it's gonna be a situation where he's gonna get hit with something he never thought he could get hit with before, and it's gonna cost him. First round, bro.
First round. Wow. I give Oliveira a little more credit than that, because to me,
I do too.
No, you don't. No, you don't. The reason why I give Oliveira more credit is because he's battle tested. It ain't like he's going in there with somebody that's green. Like, Oliveira been in fights where he's been hurt and he's responded well. The only fight I felt like he was hurt and not responded well was the Islam. I think he seemed overwhelmed. Like, nothing worked, and he just seemed a little overwhelmed. Oliveira has a way of surviving, a way of improvising, and I think he'll figure some things out. And maybe in the improvise, he might come out with the win. But I just think that I think Topuria has another level that we haven't even seen. I don't even think we've seen the best of Topuria. That's my opinion.
And you talk, but you say that, and you're still saying that I'm not giving Charles Oliveira enough credit. I do give him credit.
You just said he getting beat in the first. You said you say he getting beat in the first round.
I think we spoke about this, but like some dude is like
This is a former lightweight champion of the world. You think he lost a step? Or you think Topuria is that good?
Nah, I think he's that good. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna go back to what you told me before. Like you made an observation before stating that sometimes you just see another fighter and like you could see in him that he's the next evolution of MMA. Like you see it in him, and it doesn't take away from the legend that he's fighting. It's just signaling to the world that MMA has moved up a step.
Right.
And these guys who've been on top for so long, it just caught up to them. You made that observation when Leon Edwards versus Usman. It never took away who Usman is. Look what Usman did to my man Buckley. It just shows that there's levels to this game, bro. I truly believe that Topuria, like there's some dudes like you have to grace to the grace, and you got dudes just up there. I think Topuria is one of those. I think what we're watching right now is this is why we're seeing him do things to people that we never thought would have been done.
Right.
Volkanovski, I gave him maximum credit. I'm not taking none from. I'm still don't take none of it from Volkanovski, but just it's outdated. Holloway still Holloway at the end of the day. It doesn't take anything away from him. He's still that great. But what we've seen at the point is a next evolution, bro.